What is death? Medically speaking, it is when any of the critical bodily systems, circulatory, respiratory, or nervous, ceases to function. Failure of any of the three will lead to the failure of the other two. There are four major characteristics of the dead body: no breathing or no movement, no reflexes, unreceptive, and unresponsive. 1 minute after death, there is an end to respiration. Circulation ceases. As the blood drains from the capillaries, the skin takes on a pallor. The blood settles under the force of gravity, causing a blotching discoloration. This will change as the body is moved, and this visual information can be used by forensic pathologists in the cases of homicide. Facial hair continues to grow. Many cells of the body continue to live even after the death of the brain. Rigor mortis, the stiffening of the body caused by chemical changes in the muscles, starts in the face approximately 3 hours after death and spreads to the neck and upper limbs, to the trunk and lower limbs. The process takes from 9 to 12 hours and disappears after 36 hours as the muscles relax and putrefaction begins. Microorganisms begin growing in the intestines and stomach. There is a blackish-green discoloration of the skin as the microorganisms invade the blood. The skin, marbled and blistered, peels back easily. Gas is formed, bloating the gut and face, causing the tongue to push out and the eyes to distend. The scrotum balloons, sometimes to monstrous proportions. The hair easily pulls out. Blisters form on the skin from the seepage of fluids. Flies often lay eggs in the skin, and the maggots can be used as a means of determining the time of death by studying their growth and size.
I'm Jack. I see you are still having no look at me. I have the greatest respect for you, George. But Lord, you are no nearer catching me now than 4 years ago when I started. I let you know boys are letting you down, George. They can't be much good, can they? The only time they came near catching me was a few months back in Chapeltown, and I was disturbed. I warned you in March that I'd strike again. Sorry it wasn't Bradford. I'm not quite sure when I'll strike again. But it will be definitely sometime this year. I'm not sure where. Maybe Manchester. I like it there. There's plenty of them knocking about. They never learn, do they, George? I bet you've warned them, but they never listen. Well, it's been nice chatting to you, George. Yours, Jack the Ripper.
Smell across the stairs. A number of times. She was 10. Was it something that you wanted to do with the child? No, it was to have sex was the original motives. Henry was trying to find someone.
I've got 36 states and 3 different countries. My victims never knew what was going to happen. I've had shootings, knifings, strangulations, beatings, and I've participated in actual crucifixion of humans all across the country with people just like me who set out to destroy human life.
Yes, you are, no one knows. 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 Yes, you are. No one.
O Lord and Master, Satan, let that fall. We take this life in your name. The blood spilled is for your unquenchable thirst to nourish and strengthen. Our souls are yours to take. We smoke this marijuana in your honor, Satan.
To know death, Otto, you have to fuck life in the gallbladder.
You are denying it?
Tell the truth, you're from Texas. As I said in the thing, I smoke a lot of pot. Sometimes I trip out the acid. And, wow, it's like the most horrible thing.
Now you tell me how you can live in an apartment with the pieces of a person rotting away with decay and not knowing.
I was totally sick during that period.
So you didn't kill her, but you did carve her up?
No.
Who carved her up?
There was like 3 people involved in the carving.
So you're denying that you killed her, and you're denying that you took part in carving her up?
Bones.
Washing bones. Why were you washing bones?
They were smelly.
And why didn't you tell the police that they were bones?
Because I was really frightened of going to jail. I couldn't believe the whole damn thing.
And for how long were the bones and body parts in your apartment?
Maybe 10 days.
10 days? For 10 days you let the corpse of your girlfriend rot in your apartment and you didn't tell the cops?
I was flipping out. I mean, see, I've never been around that.
You all die, you shit. Blood pumping from your ass. You all burn by my fuck. I ought to fucking kill you. You all fall, you whore. As I eat from your guts. I'll fuck the wounds. Spill blood from your cunt. You filth. Blood fucking. Young clitoris. Young cadaver.
Time for
result of murderous killing, either in numbers or in magnitude.
That's why I find it so amusing that the latter-day saints of our business, one, attribute to me motives that just weren't there, and two, accuse me of corrupting morality, which I wish I had the power to prepare to that.
The only thing that makes reality is death. When you're hanging on a cross and you go down and pray, that the only thing that's not an act. The only thing that makes reality is death. When you're hanging on a cross and you go down and pray, that the only thing that's not an act. The only thing that makes reality is death. When you're hanging on a cross and you go down and pray, that the only thing that's not an act. The only thing that makes reality is death. When you're hanging on a cross and you go down and pray, that the only thing that's not an act. The only thing that makes reality is death. When you're hanging on a cross and you go down and pray, that the only thing that's not an act. The only thing that makes reality is death. When you're hanging on a cross and you go down and pray, that the only thing that's not an act. The only thing that makes reality is death. When you're hanging on a cross and you go down and pray, that the only thing that's not an act. The only thing that makes reality is death. When you're hanging on a cross and you go down and pray, that the only thing that's not an act. The only thing that makes reality is death.
Of all the statements John Gacy makes during his 1992 interview, the most chilling are those where he describes his contempt for his victims and their families.
That one woman that gets on television all the time, he thinks I should be given 33 injections. I think she ought to take 33 Valiums and go lay down. She was on her radio show and all these other shows talking about, I think it's Maui, her Marine son. Her Marine son was so great. What the hell are you running around home 12 times? If you want to know what my life is like, I love it every day. For the last 12 years, all you gotta do is ask. I can tell you everything. I can tell you it's the first movie that served me here because I do it daily. Every phone call, everything that I do, every time an officer's around me is law. Every movement that I make is in the book here.
He goes to prison and spends his days as a convicted serial killer, painting sentimental pictures.
This is Christ, as I see him in myself. And it's monolithic because Christ, to me, is monolithic. He's all things to all people. This here is the High Horror series. This is called High Horror on the Campfire. A lot of things that my dad did, I refused to do, because I don't believe in hitting children. It's true and community service to others, you know. In my religious background, I thought if you serve other people, it will come back to serve. At the time of my arrest, there was 4 other suspects, all employees of PDM contractors, all with keys to the house.
He has no reason to fear the day he will die.
If you believe you've lived your life the right way, then you do not have nothing to fear in my case.
How long about facing God?
No. I'm fairly comfortable with it. I've done the Catholic services on the server for the priest for the last 10 years. I have no qualms about doing that. I've had confession, I have communion. And I am at peace with myself.
It is overwhelming. The evidence doesn't come together until December 1978, when a 15-year-old youth disappears. He's one of a number of boys who vanish in the Chicago area, but something about him is a ceremony is organized. Relatives of the boys who were killed are invited to take a painting by Gacy and burn it. It is nothing more than a symbolic gesture, but for many, it seems cathartic, to rid the world once and for all of the grisly horror that was John Wayne Gacy, serial killer.
Your terror is unreal. It's insane. It's your turn to experience the maniac. There is nowhere to run. No time to pray. Maniac.
How many people have to die to make cost efficient for you people to do something about it? 100? 1,000? Give us a number so we won't annoy you again until the amount of money you begin spending on lawsuits makes it more profitable for you to save people than to kill them. How many people have to die to make it cost efficient for you people to do something about it? 100? 1,000? Give us a number so we won't annoy you again until the amount of money you begin spending on lawsuits makes it more profitable for you to save people than to kill them. How many people have to die to make it cost efficient for you people to do something about it? 100? 1,000? Give us a number so we won't annoy you again until the amount of money you begin spending on lawsuits makes it more profitable for you to save people than to kill them. How many people have to die to make cost efficient for you people to do something about it?
A tree fell down, and then another tree fell down, and so on.
Check it out. 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 Check it out.
Tonight
check it out. Check it out.
World of Alan
Check it out. 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 Check it out.
breakdown.
Check it out.
Tonight.
Check it out.
Greetings, Doctor. Greetings. They say I have a terminal illness. Who told you you had that? A doctor. Are you a ghost? I'm Space Ghost. But I mean, are you a phantom or are you a ghost? I'm Space Ghost. Should I take my clothes off? All right. Because I don't mind getting a thorough examination. What was the problem again? Dying, illness, impending death. They don't have a name. They didn't specify. So, do I take my clothes off yet? Let me keep going to history before we get on. Taking my clothes off part. Right. Sometimes it hurts when I sit down. Is that bad? We're talking about something else. I swallowed a pill once. Is that bad? A what? A blanket. Really? Is that part of the nutrient transfer? No, dummy, it's metal. Who eats metal? And you have parents? Who doesn't? Do they have medical problems? They still lie. Why? Basically, you're not a very good historian. Right, so I should take my clothes off. Or I should wait. You have cardiovascular system. What is this, 11 questions? Yes, of course I have a cardiovascular system. Resemble the humanoid? Pretty much, except for the no blood part. What they didn't run around. Oh, you know, juices and such. Most definitely. That problem. It is. Well, that seems to be the problem then. That's what it is. Well, it's got to be right. Where else could it be? You're the doctor. Yes. Doctor, break it to the universe. How long I've got to live? Given that you would not be using the ring for genuine sincerity, say well, it's time for me to die.
The man's a pervert.
What a marvelous, wonderful attendant audience. And may I add, a brave one, too. Now, those of you who are weak-willed or cowards would have fled by now, or regurgitated over the seats of prophecy. Tonight, we begin our torture. Again, I warn you that if you find what you see is a little upsetting to your stomach, then just pretend to play it. But if you are skeptical or bored, then just pretend that what you see is real. Magic
Here, let me look. You just take down the description. I'll do the bird watch. It's not fair. I always get the dull end. Look, I'm the man around here, and men are yours. Just because you tried to shake it doesn't mean you're man. Why, look at you. All the men you cut off with a big hunk of sheep. Look, I told you I was a cheap accident. I didn't know this place. Why didn't you take the time to work with me? Every time I let you come along, it's the same old story. Nag, nag, nag.
I was just wondering how you're going to be, at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Are you prepared?
I'm prepared. I'm alright with it. I'm alright with it, but like I said, remember and let them know that I know that the cops knew who I was after Richard Mallory died. I left prints everywhere, and they covered it up. And let me kill the rest of those guys to turn me into a serial killer. I know they did, because I was no professional serial killer, murderer, whatever you want to call it. I wasn't professional, I was did some sloppy work,
How have you prepared yourself for tomorrow morning?
I'm alright with it. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I was tortured at BCI. They had the intercom on in the room, and they kept lying that it wasn't on, and they were using sonic pressure on my head since 1997. And every time I was trying to write something, I think they had some kind of eye in the cell, I'm not sure, but every time I started writing something, it went up higher. So I'm thinking that we probably had the TV rigged. The TV or the mirror, something was rigged. They got a huge satellite on the compound. After they put the huge satellite on the compound, it could have been either rigged to the TV set or the mirror or something, because the electrician, when he put the mirror on the wall, he said, doesn't that look like a computer? The back of it, and he stuck it to the wall.
Did that affect your mind?
Huh?
Did that affect your mind in some
It was crushing my head, and they were using sonic pressure continually. And when I had 3 meetings with Miss Villacorta on it, every meeting I had, she increased the pressure of the volume of the comm, increased the harassment on the floor, increased the trays being inedible, just increased every bit of my complaints and trashed all grievances. They're trying to make it look like I was crazy at all times, rig up the room with torture. If I said anything about I think their whole plan was trying to make it look like I was totally crazy, and so nobody would believe anything I have to say about anything. And then drive me there if they could. I suffered so bad. I was really struggling to survive. I had a lot of trays that were attempted murder and everything. I had to wash all my food off. And then one day I didn't wash my food off, and I was sick for 3 weeks, almost died.
But you're okay now?
I'm okay. I'm okay. God is going to be there. Jesus Christ is going to be there. All the angels and everything. And, whatever's on the beyond, I think it's going to be more like Star Trek, beaming me up into a space vehicle, man. Then I move on, recolonize to another planet or whatever. But it's whatever's the beyond, I know it's going to be good, because I didn't do anything as wrong as they said. I did the right thing. And I saved a lot of people's butts from getting hurt, raped, and killed too.
So are you saying that you killed in self-defense or in cold blood? If you changed your story, I'm just trying to...
What is that talking about? Change story on what?
No, about whether it was self-defense or not.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to get into depth about my cases, Nick. I'm on my way to the chamber, and I'm stopping it. You can believe it or you don't have to believe it. That's up to you, man. Put a big question mark on your belt.
What more is there to say about it? What do you want to say about it?
A lot of stuff. Did you know that they were surveilling me before I killed? And then I knew it? And that was covered up? Did you know there was helicopters dropping down from the sky? Deputy sheriff with decoys picking me up 4 or 5 months before my arrest? It was covered up?
But nonetheless...
Nobody ever asked me these questions.
The cops were following you or not,
Oh, when the cops were following me or not, I mean what?
Let's say the cops were following you. Let's say they were following you, they did everything that you're saying they did. Nonetheless, you killed 7 men.
Yes, you did.
I'm asking you, what got you to kill the 7 men?
And I'm telling you because the cops let me keep killing them, Nick. Don't you get it?
Not everybody is killing 7 people. So there must have been something in you that was getting you.
Oh, you are lost, Nick.
So
I was a hitchhiking hooker.
Right.
Running into trouble. I shoot the guy if I ran into trouble. Physical trouble. The cops knew it. When the physical trouble came along, let her clean the streets. And then we'll pull her in. That's why.
So much physical trouble because it was all in 1 year. 7 people in 1 year.
Oh well.
But why not say now?
Because I'm out of retaliation for taking my life like this and getting rich off it all these years in total pathological lying. Yeah, thanks a lot. I lost my fucking life because of it. Couldn't even get a fair trial. Couldn't even get a fair investigation or nothing. Couldn't even have my appeals right. You sabotaged my ass society and the cops and the system. A raped woman got executed. It was used for books and movies and shit. Ladder climbs, or election, everything else. I got a good finger in all your faces. Thanks a lot. You're an inhumane bunch of fucking living bastards and bitches. And you're gonna get your asses nuked in the end. And pretty soon it's coming. 2019, a rock's supposed to hit you anyhow. You're all gonna get nuked. You don't take fucking human life like this and just sabotage and rip it apart like Jesus on the cross. And say thanks a lot for all the fucking money I made off of you. And not care about a human being and the truth being told. Now I know what Jesus was going through. They've been trying to tell the truth, and I keep getting it stepped on. Concerned about if I was raped, I'm not giving you broken movie info. I'm giving you info for investigations and stuff, and that's it. We're gonna have to cut this interview, Nick. I'm not going to go into any more detail. I'm leaving. I'm glad. Thanks a lot, society, for railroading my ass.
It was really pretty incredible that Eileen just sailed through the psychiatric test the day before. It makes you wonder what you'd have to do to fail.